God is coming back soon, y'all. I want you to see this video I just came across. I want y'all to notice 3 things in this video I'm about to play. I don't like stopping the video to get in the middle of it, it ruins it. First, his mom told him to repeat it so she could record it. He didn't record it himself for likes or views or any of this stuff. His mom told him to record it. In his dream, he described exactly how Revelation 6:14 described the heavens rolling up as a scroll. 3. In this dream, God told him exactly why he was left behind. Because he could have led others to salvation, but he did not. The Bible clearly says that if we don't warn people of what is coming, those we could have led to the truth will be on our hands. I'm about to play the video now. If any of y'all know this guy, please add him in the comments. And if you see his at, please like it to raise it up in the comments. Across this video from an account that's notorious for stealing videos and not crediting the people. So I really want to find out who this is. So if y'all know him, tag him.
I'm recording now. I just want you to tell me about your dream. Tell me what you told me earlier.
So, it was a very sunny day that day, and it was like towards the afternoon. The sun was about to set, and I remember that sun being so bright that day. And I remember getting out of the car, and I had Luke and Isaac with me. And when I had Luke and Isaac with me, we both got out of the car, and we see a huge helicopter fly over. And I mean, it was very low to the ground. It was like it was about to go to battle or somewhat. I remember looking at it, and it goes away. And I look at the helicopter, and while I look at the helicopter, it was directly over the sun. And then when I said that, I said it before it even happened. I said, Jesus is coming. And what happened, the whole skies, boom, split apart. And everything, like it was like the sun went around the whole earth. Like it was weird. But after that happened, I remember crying and I wasn't holding Isaac, but I was hugging him. I remember crying, and I was holding Luke, and he's like, Roman, what is going on? And I remember holding Luke, and I remember he just turned into particles, like little particles, and like all these particles went up in the air, and I remember seeing all these other particles like join him in the air. And when that happened, I got sent back into my past. And
You said you fell on your knees?
yeah, I did too. What happened is, when it was happening, after Luke left, I was so heartbroken. I fell on my knees, and I said, I'm sorry, Lord, I'm sorry. And that's when he took me back from my past, and he said, you should have been like that guy, because I told you that's the guy you need to be. I put you here for a reason, and it wasn't no mistake. And he told me, and it was like a very happy image, it was like little videos like of me, like in this, like it was at school, it was at the workplace I was working at, just little images of me working. And it was saying, like, I was saying happy things. I wasn't doing anything sinful, and I was always doing the right thing, reading my Bible. And he said, you should have been like that guy, because if you would have been like that guy, there would have been other people been saved. Because of you, now they're not saved. And that's when it just really hit me, because it was such a real dream, and I couldn't even fathom how the sun was doing it. Because when it was over there, that helicopter, it's like when the whole sun split, helicopter disintegrated. It was so powerful. It was literally so powerful. The sun, boom, and like it was like God was in the sun, and it was just boom, and then everything just in the helicopter was gone. And that's when I was hugging on Luke, and Luke was like, he didn't know what was going on, and it's like I could still see his face, but then it was just like little particles. It's like kind of like fairy dust. The only thing I could resemble it to is, I would say, Avengers. You know how they turn into that black little dust? It was just little bright particles, though. They weren't like you could still see them, and hug them before they leave. But no, it was just like bright particles, and it wasn't just like going up in the air. And I was so confused, because he didn't disappear like that. And in this, you hear stories about God riding up on the cloud and stuff, and that's not what happened. It was a very scary day. It was a very scary day. I don't know when that day is coming, but that day was so scary. And I mean, I'm talking about like the world was in chaos after that happened. And it was like that sun was bright, so bright that day. And I don't know why, but that's when it happened. And I mean, it just really, it was really something amazing though. Be honest with you, to witness. It was like I witnessed it in my dream. I was put there. Like, it was like me in the future, but me seeing what I was doing. And like, I don't know where exactly where it was at, but it was like an open field for no reason. And me and Luke were just sitting in the car with Isaac. And I guess you told me to pick them up or somewhat, and I had them with me. I mean, I guess to scare me and to make me realize who the person I need to become and what I need to do. Because, I mean, nobody wants that day to come. Nobody wants, you know, the Lord coming back. Everybody wants to just live on their lives, but that's not the part of it. The part is you to get prepared for Him to come back. By you getting prepared, you have to be prophets, you have to be pastors, you have to be all these people that God has called you to be. And if you don't do what He tells you to do and you don't listen to His voice, there are consequences. And I mean by consequences, bad stuff happens. And it was just like that dream. When you took me back, it wasn't like, I mean, I was nice, but I was always doing the right thing. And, I mean, you know how people use the excuse, you know, like, you know, people sin. It's not, and I even use that term, and I mean, like, it's not the right thing. Because, you know, if you have God in you, we can clean you up pretty well. Let's just say that. And I just feel like people were not understanding that it is, like, pretty much last days. And